Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the brand new format for Raw Talk. I wanted this format in place for week 1, but things weren't quite ready. But now finally we have it in place, and I really do like this setup because it gives me an opportunity to talk to you guys on camera about my universe, and we get to sum up what has gone down in recent weeks. And I want you guys to get involved by the comment section below on each subject we talk about, because I want to know what you think is going to happen in future weeks in Raw Universe mode. So this is the brand new format of Raw Talk, and first things first, let's talk about the ending of this week's Raw, where the monster among men, Braun Strowman, was attacked by Shane McMahon, the former commissioner of SmackDown Live, breaching the security of Monday Night Raw and attacking Braun Strowman. Triple H was left fuming at this, and by God, did Shane McMahon shock the world. He launched Braun Strowman off of the stage and sent Strowman crashing to the concrete floor, but Shane McMahon wasn't done. And in typical Shane McMahon fashion, he decided to put his own body on the line, jumping off the stage, delivering an elbow to the monster among men. What a moment. Shane McMahon again getting one up on not just Braun Strowman, but also Triple H. And it feels like to me that Shane McMahon wants to kind of get some payback from SmackDown Live going out of business, and he clearly holds not just Triple H but Braun Strowman responsible. And I can kind of see why, and I agree with why, because if it wasn't for Triple H attacking Shawn Michaels, taking out Shawn Michaels as the general manager, if it wasn't for that, Braun Strowman wouldn't have been in that elimination match at Battleground. That would not have happened because Shawn Michaels had suspended Braun Strowman. Now, with Shawn Michaels out the way, Triple H put Braun Strowman in that match to ensure that Monday Night Raw would be victorious, and of course they were. So it was a key point that Triple H took control and Braun Strowman secured Raw's victory. And Shane McMahon, obviously jobless now, he no longer has a brand and he's looking for some sort of redemption. And he has got it in the past 2 weeks. And not just that as well, Shane McMahon, I am sure, will be absolutely livid at how Triple H treated long-term employee Wilfred. Poor Wilfred. Fired at the hands of Triple H, showing loyalty to the former SmackDown Live commissioner, playing his music, Shane McMahon's Here Comes the Money, during the match between Braun Strowman and James Ellsworth. A match which was set up because Triple H wanted to send a message to the Raw locker room. Well, that message didn't exactly get over because James Ellsworth was victorious, and the undefeated your boy continues his streak. But obviously that led to this week, and Braun Strowman was not finished with James Ellsworth. The attack begun and Shane McMahon appeared and got one up once again. And Triple H chased in a Raw exclusive Shane McMahon almost out of the arena, but Shane McMahon was already going anyway. Triple H was simply irate at what went down on this week's Raw, came running out of his office, and all he could really do, to be honest, was shout at Shane. The damage had been done, and the reputation of Triple H as the GM again becomes under question from the Raw locker room. And what is this relationship with Braun Strowman? Because I want to get your views on this. Because obviously to the Raw locker room, it looks like that Braun Strowman is in the pocket of Triple H, but can Braun Strowman really be in the pocket of anybody? Can he really? He is a rule to himself, and he is so difficult and unpredictable to control. And the Raw exclusive proved that. Braun Strowman attacking Raw employees Raw staff when he recovered from that elbow off the stage by Shane McMahon? Will there be repercussions for the Monster Among Men from the general manager Triple H? That should happen. Will it? It's questionable because obviously Triple H is using Braun Strowman to be on his side. So I want to get your views and opinions on this, and obviously the big development after all this, in the aftermath, was a tweet from the game, the King of Kings, the COO, and of course the general manager now on Monday Night Raw, tweeting Shane McMahon and saying to Shane, come to Raw this Monday. And Shane McMahon responded to this. He didn't respond direct, but we all knew who it was aimed at, because all Shane McMahon said was hashtag best for business, with a little kind of saying, is that really best for business for me, or are you setting me up for something? So Shane McMahon thinking smart. So get involved by the comment section below and let me know, do you think Shane McMahon is going to turn up to Monday Night Raw this week? That is a big question. Now moving on, a couple more subjects to cover in this week's Raw Talk. And like I said, these Raw Talk episodes might not be every week, but when there's enough information, we're going to sit down and talk about it. But you know that Universe Mode is now a key part of my channel. We have ramped it up big time. And another big development for SummerSlam, and it is a big development because Rikishi is involved. Rikishi this week issuing the challenge to the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle, and this storyline has developed for quite some time. Kurt Angle coming to the aid of the American Alpha and being a bit of a thorn in the side of the Usos, and obviously now we have the American Alpha as the tag team champions, and Big Quiche, Big Us, blames Kurt Angle for that. He feels that the Usos would still be tag team champs, and the Usos would have unified the division anyway at Battleground if it wasn't for Kurt Angle. So Rikishi issued the challenge at SummerSlam to go one-on-one with Kurt Angle. What a challenge. What a challenge that is. And of course online we've seen it now. Kurt Angle has responded and he has accepted the challenge of Big Us. Triple H has made it official too. It will be Big Us, Rikishi going one-on-one with the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle at SummerSlam. What a huge match that is in the biggest event of the summer, and I cannot wait to see what is going to go down. Will Rikishi tap out, or will Kurt Angle be subject to a stinky stink face? Oh God, no. Fandango can tell you, you do not want one of those. Ugh. Fandango had to wash his face for a month. And we haven't even had a month of Universe Mode, so... oh, man. But yeah. Oh, don't even want to think about it. But that is the big deal. Rikishi, Kurt Angle, SummerSlam, get involved. What do you think about it? And finally, the final topic on this week's Raw Talk is what is up and what is going on with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has always been focused on recapturing the biggest prize in the WWE. So on my universe, he's obviously been after the Universal Championship. Well, the Universal Championship is no more since Brock Lesnar unified the WWE Championship and of course the Universal Championship at WWE Battleground. So you would think that Roman Reigns' focus would be on the beast Brock Lesnar, but he knows that The Rock has a date set at SummerSlam to face the undisputed WWE Champion. So it appears that Roman Reigns has set his focus on Shinsuke Nakamura and the United States Championship. It's not clear yet if that is actually the case. It's not that clear, but we did see that stare down a couple of weeks ago, and then Roman Reigns was pretty dominant on this week's episode of Raw. So, are we going to get it, and do you want to see it? Do you want to see Roman Reigns against Shinsuke Nakamura for the United States Championship? And who do you think would win that match if that big match does happen? Again, another huge match. The card for SummerSlam is stacking up. We've also got as well the kickoff show where we've got Big Cass against the Viper Randy Orton. And Randy Orton has embarrassed Big Cass on multiple occasions. And Big Cass is looking for some sort of retribution. There is a lot of retribution being dished out by Raw superstars. And of course, the general manager is getting the brunt of it with Shane McMahon, the former commissioner, wanting retribution for SmackDown Live going out of business. So this has been this week's edition of Raw Talk, and I want you guys to get involved in all the subjects. I want to know what you think of Shane McMahon and Braun Strowman and Triple H. I want to know what you think of Kurt Angle versus Rikishi, and of course, what is going on with Roman Reigns, and do you think, or what do you think of the match that is potentially on the cards of Roman Reigns versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the United States Championship? I hope you enjoyed this brand new format of Raw Talk. Get involved via the comment section below, and all that's left to be said is please rate, comment and subscribe. This is Delzinski signing out.